Hey guys, welcome back to another JFP. What's good? What's going on? Hope you had a great week. We have a double feedback happening. Double feedback. The computer is outputting audio and so are we. Oh, yeah. It's okay. Tech difficulties. I'll wait till we start back up again. But yeah, you guys have a lot of questions, so I think I'm going to keep going with the theme of answering these questions. A lot of good questions. So I'll just go ahead and keep going down the line. Uh-oh, don't kill yourself. Zach asks, do you ever think about giving up on completing a game when it's really hard or broken in design? Yes. I have really thought about that a lot. There's only right now one game that has stopped me from completing it. And I think I've spoken here on it multiple times, but it's Mischief Makers. It's a really fun game, but to get an A or S rank on every level the game's asking a lot, and it's not even about skill. It's about like, I mean, it is about skill, but the skill required to play it is pretty high. It's one of the few games where I've put it off because I find that it's too hard. But for the most part, every other game I've played has been either hard or easy, and or just annoying, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job, like staying truthful to the essence of the completionist, and still, you know, 109 episodes down, and we're still completing, right? So that's always a good sign. It means I'm still doing as well as I can. So yeah, here's your answer for that. Let's see. Thatch Simon asked, growing up, what was the most disturbing imagery from a game that was otherwise normal? Wow, that's an interesting question. I don't think I have an answer for that yet. God, yeah, I am stumped. I can't say there really was one that made me freak out. I'm sure there was a Beard Bros or two where I'm sure like that was a thing Alex and I talked about. Oh. But I honestly don't remember. It's been a very long time. Star! Oh, come on. Of course. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't really know. I think there might have been some in Super Metroid that were just a little too graphic for me to understand what they were. Just some monsters. Some of those monsters really terrified me. Let's see here. Will I be willing to play Donkey Kong Country 2? I talked about it last time.
How would they know?
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy.
How difficult has being the completionist been? Also, does it ever take a toll on your life in any way? Not trying to pry, says Matthew. It's very taxing. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe games. Let alone completing games for the show. I think I'm probably the only person in the office who's here 7 days a week, working on as many things as I can to, you know, to get ahead, which is something people in the office make fun of me for because I say get ahead a lot, and it never happens because I always want to get ahead, and no matter what I do, I never get ahead. I'm always behind, and I'm behind like several weeks at a time. For the first, like, you know, you guys know, recently we've been behind in the completionist in the sense that the games have been week to week, and I haven't lived week to week on games probably since damn it, probably since I want to say the end of middle of season 3. I feel like we've been pretty on par with that. I don't know why. Yeah, there's also a lot of late nights, a lot of sleepless nights, You know, a lot of comments that, you know, take a toll on you. I did a big jump, please, for the love of God. Fine. Fine, that's what you get. We're gonna go this way this time. Oh, they go the same way? Great. Perfect. So it was a waste of time. What was I gonna say? Comments. I used to read the comments all the time. It made me so happy to read them. And then I realized that reading them was a bad idea because then that's where all of the... Here's the thing. You're always constantly concerned about your own insecurities, right? Like, that's... As human beings, we all have insecurities. That's just like a real thing. Everyone's insecure about something. And that's okay. That's like, you know, a common thing that we as humans are allowed to experience. When you're on the internet doing videos... your biggest fear is seeing your insecurities come to life. So for me, a lot of my insecurities rely on my weight and my looks, especially since growing up the way that I did, I was always surrounded by really pretty people. So there was kind of this edge of like, I need to be good looking at all times, and inherently, I feel that I didn't get. At one point, I was the health and the shape that I wanted to be and the look that I wanted to be, as well as I could be, and I was happy, but at the time, I didn't see myself that way. I saw myself as like this fat dude who just wasn't going to amount to anything, and because I thought that of myself, I became that pretty quickly. So when I started working on the show, I felt that people were kind of saying that to my face a lot. And like I said, it's one thing if... Come on. It's one thing if, oh, come on. It's one thing, you know, to say I'm fat or the joke's not... It's one thing to be like, oh, it's not funny. Because comedy's subjective. If you don't like the humor and the completionist, I'm sorry. That's just like a thing that you just don't like. Humor is subjective. Not everything's funny to everyone. That's why some comedians aren't funny to everyone. You know, people don't like Dane Cook. I personally like Dane Cook. You know, I think what I don't like about Dane Cook is the fact that everyone quotes him all the time. At least they used to back in 2005, 2006. Now, he just disappeared off the face of the earth, I feel like. Even though he's making a new album and whatnot. But, let's see. I don't remember... There's a star in the corner, so it's here. Shroom? The 10. Every time it's the 10. Shroom. Dear God, finally. We know the star's in the corner. Ooh, I'm gonna say... Aw, damn. Okay, let's get this run down. I also feel like a broken record though, because these questions are like things I just kind of talked about over the years, or over the Let's Play. Too late. Oh, it gave it to me. Oh, what? That's okay. There you go. There's your stash. So yeah, that's kind of where your insecurities are kind of always on like priority on YouTube in a way. And I say that in the sense that your worst fears or what people will say are true. And sometimes people just say mean things for the sake of it. A lot of you guys say, even on Beard Bros, you say mean things to me, and I don't mean all of you guys, like the general you. There's a few of you guys who like actively watch and get bummed out by my opinions on something, and that depresses you, or like, you know, oh Jirard, I didn't know you were into that. That makes me upset, and it's like, you know, again, these are all like people get mad at me for being myself, and it's like I can't change who I am for you. Because you're a stranger I don't know, and that's where like the insecurity comes into play. If everyone says I'm fat, then obviously, like, that's a true statement. And of course, I want to encourage people to eat healthy. I don't want anyone to ever feel like, you know. But that's the thing. Wellness of being healthy and wellness of being happy are two different things. People misinterpret that being in shape means you're happy. It doesn't necessarily. There are people who are skinny who suffer from bulimia and you know, and who, or you know, maybe they cut their wrist or they experience traumatizing events that make them trivialize and prioritize things differently than you do. And being happy doesn't necessarily mean you're being healthy. Obviously, you know, I know a lot of friends of mine who are bigger guys and girls who are plenty happy being the way that they are. So the question is, what's important, being healthy or being happy? And for me, I want to achieve both. You know, being healthy while proactively working towards a happy and healthy lifestyle, which is impossible to do when you do what I do, just because of the fact that things cost money all the time. And it sounds trivial, but again, YouTube AdSense is not great. You know, there are some, it's, you gotta be, oh my lord. Like, there's a realization that, and this is a true thing, that for the longest time, it used to bum me out, but it stopped because I just learned that there's nothing I can do. There are YouTubers that make, oh, damn it. There are YouTubers out there that make more money, than my entire 3 years of the Completionist ever will in a month. So that's kind of like a bummer. It's a bummer thing to think about, but at the same time, it's like, I can't be upset. I can't be jealous, because eventually that will be me, as long as I keep going and I don't give up. And the real question is, I guess, to kind of go into that, is that when will I stop? When is enough enough? When is completing games, you know, going to be a successful venture? Because the reality is, every episode of the Completionist puts me in the red in labor, staff. Well, that's the same thing. In man hours, in budgeting, in my own health, because I'm not doing things. Even with Mark, you know, editing the completions, which he does a fantastic job, by the way. Whatever, I don't care about you, you stupid turtle. My time still gets taken up from other things, meetings, projects, you know, because we're running a business, and that's kind of, you know, I became the boss because I started one channel that did really well. Okay, hold on, let me say that. Let me rephrase that. I started a channel that wasn't always big. My channel was small. In the grand scheme of YouTube, my channel is still small. That sounds really bad and stupid of me to say that, but you have to look at the bigger picture. You know, the reason why I'm able to pay people is because of things like Patreon and brand deals that I don't want to do, but I do anyways, because it's no longer about me and my dreams of, like, you know, creating a successful channel. It's about keeping those people who work for me happy. You know, I guess my mentality is, if I can't make myself happy, then I can make those around me happy, which is kind of a depressing thing now that I hear it back in my head, but I feel like, I think you guys get where I'm coming from, hopefully. Anyways, that was a long question. That was me ranting for too long. Let me see here. Why do I hate all the bear puns? Asks Fernando. I don't really hate them. I'm just bummed that people think they're so funny when I don't know. Last week I just was annoyed because everyone kept doing them. That's all. Okay. What was the skill that helped you most when you started the Completionist, and what's the best one you got from and during the show? A skill that helped me was my nitpickiness of editing. I'm a stickler when it comes to editing, and I never settle for less than what my standard is when it comes to the Completionist. There are some episodes where I just kind of phoned it in, and those episodes are always the ones that, like, I think about on the daily, because it was like, I could have done that better. But as a starving artist does and should, you always want to be better. That's like a striving thing. And I think that my editing has definitely improved over the years. Ooh, wow. But another skill that I think I've gotten from is knowing how to work with companies. You know, really letting them, working with them to establish, like, oh damn it. Oh lordy. Oh no 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 no. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, of course, of course. God damn it. Let's see. I don't have any hammers, so it looks like I'm not gonna get that secret hammer. That's okay. Do I have any shrooms? I sure have some shrooms somewhere. There we go. Yeah, I feel like working with companies and get them to understand what I do, and come on, Jirard. Great. Getting companies to understand what the Completionist is, how it works, and why people watch it. That's been a real... Oh, well, that happened, so, you know. There's just too many bullets right now. There's just too many bullets. Too many bullets. Just fall, just fall. There we go. Is there gonna be a thing here? No, alright, let's get that star then. Dun 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 dun. So yeah, I think just working with companies in general has been a good skill to get. Preston asks, if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing? I think I've answered this one a few times. Probably be working in the film industry somewhere. Not sure doing what, but I definitely would want to still do it. Let's see if I can get that. It's probably a shroom. That's too late. Oh, I got that. There we go. That's the one. Got it. Yeah, I don't know. Probably something in film or advertising. I think I've like... I'm always fascinated with how like numbers work, so that's really cool. Even though I'm bad at math. I should say I'm fascinated with computers more so than numbers. Okay, let's see here. Is TOVG coming together as you planned, as if your dreams are coming true, or is everything kind of falling into place? I talked about this a little bit last week, last episode. And at the panel too, this is actually really funny. At the panel, I always thought that one video gamer, or the Completionist rather, was going to be like the future of, oh wow, the future of content on YouTube. I thought that I had invented something new that was really cool and exciting. And oh, look at that, an homage to that one castle. What? It's just a door outline? Oh, this is one of those things where I like had to be fast enough to get to move on. What? Okay. Do. Yeah, I always thought that when the Completionist first launched, I was like, this is exciting, this is new. No one's seen this before. It's a review show, but it shows you everything. You know, at the time, there was only John, Austin, and you know, Nostalgia Critic and Angry Joe and guys like that. So I felt like I was going to be the next big thing, and lo and behold, I was not. I thought that, you know, we were going to be the next big thing on the planet, and we really weren't. We still aren't, but we have made a lot of progress. Donkey Kong Jr., who is not in any of the Mario games. His sprite does not belong here, but he's here, so, you know, we'll make the most of it. So yeah, I mean, you know, to give you an idea, the first year we hit 30,000 subscribers, I think, 40,000 subscribers, which is not bad for a channel. But most success stories you hear about popular channels are the ones that got 1 million in a few months, or even a couple 100,000 in a few months. You know, this year, when the year first started, we were at 150,000 subscribers. Now we're at 100. We're at almost 300,000. So you're talking about in a year, I doubled the size of our channel, which is pretty crazy. Not a lot of YouTubers get to say that they did that, and a lot of that's been because the Completionist has been just becoming better. We've been doing more popular games. We've been doing more different games. We've been working a lot with cooler YouTubers who want to work with us, and you know, we're making more money now, so we're in better places with ourselves, and you know, we are, you know, I'm not as happy as I could be, but I'm getting there. I'm getting back to myself. So I think a lot of, like, you know, doing things like Final Fantasy VII a month, even though everyone gave it crap, or I say everyone, no one gave it crap, in comparison to people that saw it. You know, I'd say that the 1,000 comments that the video got, most of them were people were like, "Oh, this is stupid, I'm unsubscribing," and it's like, well, then fine. But they got a lot of views and just brought in a bigger audience, and you know, completing games like Hyrule Warriors and soon to be, providing that I don't die, Smash Bros. Wii U. You know, those are going to be ways to bring in newer audiences for newer games that are going to want to come back and check out our backlog of stuff. So it's definitely been the slow growth. It'll always be the slow growth for us because we're not producing, you know, insanely drastic content. It's stuff that's, you know, always going to be there. So that guy's head is like an alien. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. We don't always need a question of the day sometimes. Sometimes it's just a good reflective moment. Da, da, da. Alrighty. Well, I think that's it for JFP today. We've come a long way, I feel. We're doing good. This is one of my unfavorite levels. Anyways, guys, thank you for being here. I hope you have a great weekend, all that great stuff. I'm just save stating, don't worry. Just in case I forget to do that. You know, stay awesome, stay healthy, stay great. Do me a favor, question of the day, more like thing of the day. I don't know. Go hang out with your parents. Do something home with your parents. Take them out to dinner, or at least suggest somewhere to go to dinner and make them feel special. Because your parents... Or make them a dinner. There you go. Do something fun for your parents. I know it's kind of random, but, you know, I didn't really have my parents in my life as much as I wanted, and it shaped who I was to be, a stronger person. Do I recommend not having parents? No. But I would say, you know, appreciate them. Go say hello, say hi, say I love you, give them a high five, make them a paper origami, do something fun. There you go. Stay excellent, stay awesome. Till later, man.